Hey everybody, hope all is well. So I wanted to do this video. It does reference immigration. This is not applicable to all women, but I can tell you it goes on quite a bit. Oh yeah, and I've heard about some black. It was such a silly comment, and I've heard this before on the internet, the YouTube streets, and then I actually heard it, for crying out loud, some dust bucket say it. Had to be a black man and was a dust bucket, a silly chocolate drop. As Neely Fuller said, Lord, serious about silly things and silly about serious things. I'm just gonna say just dumb. So some black people, some people, no offense, as I said with one of the videos, when I see all these protests in Chicago, people are like, yeah, that's what you do. You got to be heard. I'm like, you're wasting your time. Because, again, you can protest the illegal immigration services, the assistance that they're getting, the taxpayers, the $51 million. You can protest that all you want. You were already told each person's plan when they ran for president. And you were okay with it. The collective was. And now the person is doing what they said and you big mad. Make it make sense. It doesn't. So I've heard some of the black men, they're like, oh yeah, and they're going to have access to these people. You are so stupid. You're going to fall at the bottom more and more so. No other group is more self-hating than black people. So let's get to this right here. Here's what I want to explain. For many chocolate drop will think, oh, me a man, and I see them women, I'm going to get with them. I hope you do. Here's a little something you're not counting on, because let's see, leaders are readers, and I know many chocolate drops don't like to read. Really don't. Some of these men, they want to get women that are here, new to the country, illegal, because they want to flex. They want to control somebody. They want to run the show. And with an American woman, we know that we have some rights. Things get out of hand. All you got to do is pick up that phone. But see, if you're an illegal resident, you might be a little scared. You're a little frightened. No, I don't want to do that. I get deported. And so the men can use that to keep a woman under control, to even abuse her, and without her seeking help, because hello, she's illegal. So it just blows my mind. They're so stupid. Why do I say they're stupid? I have seen this personally turn a professional black man's life upside down. Now, I'm not saying he's an abuser. That's neither here nor there. But I have seen and heard about this little game. And I've seen it. They even had a documentary. It was happening to white men, different people, different men. So some of these self-hating black men, please do. And let us know how it turned out for you. Here's what's happening. When I say a mini chocolate drop will get got, oh yeah, you're going to get got. And they really try to find one that's professional. So we already know they can easily do that. You trust me, you can they can be a maid or something. They can sweep on the sidewalk, and a black man, as long as it's not a black woman, oh, he'll pick it up gladly. We already saw one get picked up. She was literally homeless and sleeping on the sidewalk. A black man picked her up and wiped her up, ring and everything, because they're self-hating. And so people say, oh, they're breeding themselves out. Well, if you're self-hating, I think that's the best thing you can do, is breed yourself out, because you're a problem. And you are going to pretty much be problematic, more so to people that look like you. So them breeding themselves out, I say have at it. And give a black woman a chance to live, because most of them are murked by black men. So here's what's happening, which can happen, and this is happening. I've seen it personally happen in immigration. Oh, you got a black man that call himself gonna pick up a woman from immigration. I'm gonna run the show. He doesn't have to work. I'm in charge. Can treat you however he wants. There's something called, let me back up. As you can see here, it says Immigration Victims of Domestic Violence Guide for Advocates. Okay? Let's go down to page 4. Because page 4, there is oh yeah. So here we have what's called citizenship or residency privilege. Citizenship or residency privilege. So we all know what privilege means, right? That person's going to get the upper hand. Like they say, white privilege, and it does exist. No, the hell it does. White privilege does exist. In our community, black male privilege, it exists all day long. Mm-hmm. He can get away with anything in the community because he's a black man. And the mammies, and if you're a criminal, the better. They'll stand beside you no matter what. So here's something that the chocolate drop dust buckets have not considered. Again, please run over there to Maria. You might find out. There's something called a U visa. U as in unicorn visa. With the U visa, I have seen this happen. I've heard of this, and I'm like, wow, that's really strange. So some of these dust buckets, especially when you're poor, you don't have any money, you're hand to mouth, don't have a job, won't even know if you can even spell a job. So sometimes the women will say, oh, I'm here illegally. They're trying to get married quick. And first of all, everybody knows the black community is about creating fatherless homes for the majority. So the chocolate drop thing, he about to come up. Please, it's a trap for your silly behind. So sometimes the women, they'll offer you. Now, I haven't seen them offer black men money. I have seen, and I've heard of cases where they're pretty much offering white men money. Even the Africans. I'm like, nobody offering the black men money. But they're offering white men money to marry them. Yeah. Women. Like I said, I haven't seen one offer a black man money. I've seen one get married to a black man, but I haven't seen them offer them money. But I'm like, wow, you gotta be. And they'll look nice sometimes, look nice just to stay in this country. So we already know if they offer a dusty $3,000 or $4,000 or whatever, seven, whatever, he gonna take it. To get married, she can become legal, and then I get to sleep with her, and she go her way, I go my yeah, man, I do it. So we know. I'm like, if this presents itself to a lot of broke, poor black men, the Negro's gonna take it. All they're gonna see is $4,000, and she'll tell him, "I'll live my life, and you're gonna live yours." Think they won't take it? You see what poverty breed? I'm not trying to be funny. That was Jeffrey Dahmer. You had a black man. I saw that movie, and it was like he was concerned about his rent or something or his bills. It makes you susceptible to a whole lot of data because you're so desperate. So let's go ahead and find the U visa, and then I'll just break it down to you what I've seen personally. So the U visa says this week's episode of Parsing Immigration Policy highlights a visa program rife with fraud. The U visa program, designed to assist law enforcement agencies in prosecuting criminals. The U visa is granted to victims of crime who lack immigration status and allows them to stay in the country and work legally and eventually get a green card and citizenship, ostensibly to aid in the prosecution of the crimes. Is the U visa still serving its purpose? Jessica Vaughn, the Center's Director of Policy Studies, and John Fear, the Center's Director of Investigation, and a former ICE Chief of Staff, share their knowledge of the program and its misuse. Applicants' numbers started growing in 2011 as more illegal aliens and their attorneys came to see the visa's usefulness as a pathway to remain legally in the United States. Plus, just filing an application protects the illegal aliens from deportation and leads to a work permit, whether or not it is later approved. One more time, catch the last part. The visa's usefulness as a pathway to remain legally in the United States. Plus, just filing an application for, protects illegal aliens from deportation and leads to a work permit, whether or not it is later approved. What's the U visa? If a woman, and in some states there's common law marriage, if a woman gets married to a man, all she has to do is say, he abused me. Can you get a police report? Can you call 911? He abused me. I don't have anyone else in the country that I know, only him. The U visa is fast tracked. Oh yeah, couple of horror stories. Um, and it's very common. Oh, with the Nigerians, with the Nigerians, oh, they got it down pat. That community, they even have a lawyer that they use for that. I'm telling you, I've even saw a documentary on this here, but I'm like, wow. One lady got killed doing it. Marry somebody, they don't really want the man. They want that U visa. So that's the privilege. It's fast tracked, and you cannot be deported. So while they get married, all you have to do is claim abuse, get a 911 call, a police report, and file charges. One lady, I know the relative, she married a man. He was a teacher. Married a man, and she was doing just housework. The man didn't abuse her. Oh, how you know? Because a kid told the truth. That's how we know. He didn't abuse her. She was actually doing laundry and ironing her clothes. Then what she did, she like hit her head against the wall. That's old. And called 911. The man was in the other room watching TV. And next thing you know, the police came and he was arrested. He was like, we didn't call the police. And they came on in. She started hollering, screaming on the floor, hollering, screaming. And he looking like, what? What are you talking? What's wrong with you? He hit me, he hit me, he hit me. He was arrested. While he was arrested, you know what she did? And she pressed charges for abuse, had a little proof. While he was arrested, she went and cleaned the bank account out, got a temporary restraining order, and changed the locks on that house. He got out, couldn't come home. Oh, by the way, he was a professional man, had a degree, presented a little problem, lost his job. Family goes over there. It's not like him to be abusive. Who all was here? And what happened? Talked to the kids, the oldest boy, and I think he's like 11. And that's how they knew what happened. He said his mother, she was just doing the laundry. She was ironing. She put the iron down, and he's in the room with her. She hit her head. And he said then he saw her pick up the phone and she called the police. Yeah. Why would she do that? U visa. I've heard sometimes they can fast track that visa, child. You can get like within 2 weeks. I was shocked. 2 weeks. So if you can find a man Heaven forbid, what do you call this? What is this? Common law marriage state. That's still applicable if a state recognizes common law marriage. So you find a man, get married to him, offer him some money. Hey, just move in with me. Da, 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 da. All the woman has to do is file charges, and it's a felony. All she got to do is file charges, and they will fast track her visa, the U visa. I saw this personally. Another case, I couldn't believe it. That's what made me start doing the research. I'm like, this is crazy. Actually seeing it. The person I know had to hire an attorney, paid out well over $10,000. But see, she messed with the wrong man. Oh, girl, I could have told you about that. You messed with. This is not a chocolate drop. It's not a dust bucket. Uh, she got a hold to the wrong black man to pull her little stunt. I've never seen him get out of character. He's not one to yell. She tried to extort him. I was shocked. I'm like, I can't believe it. She tried to extort him when she thought it was working. But it cost him $10,000 just going to court, blah, 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 blah. It didn't work for her, though, because this black man, he's a businessman and he's smart. The person that's always loud and yelling, and what I'm going to do, oh, yeah, you bring it. Yeah, let's go, witch. I'm ready. That ain't going to do nothing. Somebody did something to me. I was hurt. Oh, you're coming for me. I didn't do anything to you. Look, witch, I'm not going to roll up to your place and, oh, yeah, well, guess what? And we're gonna, no. I'll let the money do the work for me. Huh? You did that? Oh, you're trying to hurt me. I'm not going to get loud with you, darling. Now, I get loud in this thing because I'm talking. But they're right there. I'm going to lawyer up. And I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to investigate you. I'm going to use my own money. Do a little investigation on you. Couple $1,000. Wow. Money well spent. Got to sell those papers, huh? So I'm not going to get loud and pull up on your car. Oh, no, I'm too cute for that. But since you try to hurt me, I'm going to fight back. You can get loud, Becky Boo. You can get loud all you want to. I bet you don't shut up now. Because now you've caused a problem. You've caused a major problem. That's okay. I got a law firm behind me. We're going to solve it. You've been doing this to black women, and many of them just let it go. Not me. Not today. And I understand some people say, hey, you can't afford to put their money out there. I've already done my research on you. Oh, well, I'm going to show you how I get down. So I'm not going to get loud. No, I'm just going to put some money out on the table and find out what I can about you and this company. And I see how you do. It's a day of reckoning. I'm going to speak for all the black women you did this to. Lawyer up, chick, because it's on. Oh, it's truly on. So the same thing with my friend. That right there, I could have told her, girl, just quit while you're ahead and just divorce her. Oh no, she's gonna try to extort him. As you see in this case here, it said under the U visa, you don't get extorted. I'm sorry, you don't get it'll shield you from deportation. Well, the U visa didn't work for her. Girl, you came across the wrong one. You want to cause all this drama. So how this will affect some black men, don't be surprised they see some illegal woman coming up to them Oh, she want to give me shorty. Yeah, yeah, shorty. Again, I've only seen two cases where they offered white men money. So I don't know why I'm like, I was like, a lot of black men around, I've only seen two where they offered white men some money. And a lot of them try to go like professional men. You know what I'm saying? But I thought about it. I said, wow, this will get a mini chocolate dog because all he's going to see is two things: some cash and sleeping with some woman. And then when she calls the police, you're going to get that felony. Oh, yes. When she calls the police, you're going to get that felony. The one thing about it is they've seen a whole lot of women pull this stunt to get this visa. Oh, yes. When I heard about that, I started doing research. I told my friend, I said, wow, I see that's the only one. I said, they got a whole men's group talking about it. And I said, guess what you all have in common? I said, the men that I saw on there they were pretty much, Caucasian, maybe one Hispanic guy. I said, but the men that I saw, I didn't see any black ones on there. I said, well, but what you have in common is this right here. You're all professional. And then they'll get a lawyer try to hit you with, oh, hey, just go ahead, um, pay her X amount of dollars, and pay my legal fees and go on your way. If not, you're gonna have a felony and it's gonna affect your license. One was a doctor. He got by the same thing. Oh yes, got. One guy, I guess, was a teacher. One guy was an accountant. So they try to go after men that have something. But stop and think. The benefits. All they have to do is find any man. Again, some of them are offering money to marry him just to be legal, and I won't be a problem at all. You think a dust bucket won't take it for $3,000 or $4,000, let alone five or something? You think he won't take it? You know what? I'm gonna go on, man. She paying me. That's what I'm saying, dog. I'm in demand. And they have no idea, though. If she's an illegal alien, my friend, she's paying you for one thing, dum dum. She wants you to get married to her. What you don't know behind closed doors is gonna be plan B is when she may pull the abuse card. He hit me. Oh my God, he hit me. I'm gonna call the police. Call the police here. Call the police. All she needs is a police report. Who are they gonna believe? And you better not already have a felony or a record. So you're thinking, man, can you believe we ain't had a man? They up there paying the brother to marry them. They up there paying them. That's what I'm saying. Look at this chick done gave me $4,000 and don't know you might need that for bail money when she holler abuse. Why? The U visa. Like I said, I haven't seen or heard of approaching a black man to pay him, but I wouldn't put a matter of time, get desperate enough. Get a head start. These people not coming up here to watch TV or to sit up here and engage in a twerking contest. They're here for resources. That's something the BC doesn't kind of get. A lot of us are a little slow on that. Again, they see the visa's usefulness as a pathway to remain legally in the United States. Plus, just filing an application protects illegal aliens from deportation and leads to a work permit, whether or not it is later approved. And they've capped the number to 10,000 a year. Yeah. Why? Because as illegal aliens use a U visa application as a way to remain and work in the U.S. Why isn't that on Fox, CNN? I haven't seen it. I read I read an article. They were saying that during the Trump administration, they were trying to stop that because, yeah, I'm telling you, you have a lot of American men get caught up in that. Caught up in it. Are some abusive? Of course some are. Or some making this up? Of course some women are. One woman did it. She was Nigerian. Oh, she was slick. She was married to a man. Um, a friend of mine is Nigerian. I was like, they're like, oh, we don't feel sorry for for what happened. The woman is dead. Here's what she did, because they knew it was common. She did the very same thing, got the U visa. Then she and her husband shared an apartment. She then decided to move out. Now, knowing what she did, when it came time to pick up her things, oh, she played this I'm scared part. She went and got two of her brothers to come to the apartment with her. And I'm like, and my thing is, I'm like, well, because I was like, why would you not feel sorry for her? I mean, what's going on? They told me what happened. And I said, I'm like, huh, well, that's part of their culture. I just know one person. And, she's like, oh, yeah, this happens all the time. And so I was like, wow. So she, and I think because let's say, again, I don't know if she was lying or not. That's what they're saying. Let's just say that she was not being honest. Now she goes to get her things. Well, being you call this person this drama, he's been arrested, he's out of jail, a separate case. I think she probably thought, uh-oh, when I go, it's going to really be mad. So if the man hasn't got violent, girl, he might get violent now, especially if you're lying on him. So guess what she did? She had her two brothers go over there and help her get her things out the apartment. Oh, she made the news. Oh yeah, by the way, it worked. Because she had that U visa and she got her a job. I believe that's the one they told me she got a job in Orlando. Got a job at the bank. Guess what the man did? He let her get her things with her brothers. No police matter, no incident. Drama free. And I was like, well, what happened to her? They said she went to go to work at the bank, and that man was already there, and he shot her. She didn't make it. Shot her multiple times. So that's why I guess that the family was saying, oh, they didn't feel sorry for her. I'm like, I'm like, the man killed her. They're like, no. So they said she pulled that stunt. It's like, wow. Okay. And they said, yeah, that's what she did is very common. People try to warn her, oh, don't do it, I'm going to do it. So she got the UVs and I was like, wow, she got a job at a bank? I was surprised. Okay. But oh well. So this here, I thought about it. A mini dust bucket seeing a woman and thinking the idea, she going to give me the money because they so broke, a lot of them are. They're going to take that money. Not and may go along with it, not knowing it's just a matter of time for tick tock, a chocolate drop's gonna get got. Wait for it. They may go ahead and if you're not violent, they could lie and say that you are. hmm And they will work hard with the DA's office to press charges. This lady did, and she was lying all along. The one I'm referring to was lying. I was like, whoa, was lying all along. It's like, you got to be crazy. Oh, yeah. The story goes, I mean, that right there, it was like, and it was very interesting how she would try to cause a scene in front of people to get something going. Oh yeah, I told my friend, I said, I said this is the scenario. I said what you're saying. I said I did some research. I said, and I sent this link. I said read this, listen to this. I said these guys saying the same thing you're saying. Want to cause a fight, get a fight going, hoping if not, they'll just do it themselves. Why? U visa. They can fast track it and you won't be deported. Man, you will not be deported. You can get that U visa, like a green card, get to work, boom. Fast. Everybody else is already waiting. You already fast track. So it's very common. It's very real. So just watch and see. Like I said, they may approach black men with it, get real desperate, but then they may not, given a reputation as a collective. But if so, That will cause a mini chocolate drop to get God thinking, oh man, I can't believe she want to pay me to marry her. Yeah, I do it. And you're so desperate for money and not really knowing what's coming. You may end up in jail behind bars. May end up in jail behind bars. And then that's when the light bulb will come on, but it'll be too late. So yes, a lot of them, I mean, I was looking at this, they're so silly. You worried about getting with some woman, getting getting with an illegal alien from an impoverished, a third world country, from the border town, like it's a prize. I'm just saying. To do what? Make her a baby mama? Fatherless homes? Your mind is so, I mean, seriously, so warped. So for many of them, go right ahead. But don't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, if some of them get caught up in this jam. Don't be surprised if some of them get caught up in a jam. So I thought about that. I said, wow, they're so silly. They have no idea. A woman will approach you for one reason, a U visa. Fast track it. That's the one that's a privilege. And that's why it's been limited. All of a sudden, so many cases come out, so many cases. U visa. So yeah. So that right there, you can't wait to give it Maria. We're gonna see what's gonna happen to you. Might end up behind bars. Thinking somebody really value you. No, you know, you just getting played. Just getting played. So I wanted to share that with you all. Let me know what you all think. Feel free to comment, like, dislike, share. Look forward to your thoughts. But yeah, that's a way to fast track it real quick. And then they may let you take a plea deal, unless you got the money to fight it. And many dust buckets don't. So yeah, so that right there, you can't wait to give some of them women, men, that's for them seeing all that bull, yeah. Please do. And let us know what could possibly happen to you. So I'm out. Sylvie said on YouTube. Thanks for watching.